crystals coming out of the eyes. Is this a real thing that happens?
My beginning of my oxalate journey was like 15 years ago. So this is a while ago, but about somewhere around 12 years ago. So it wasn't right away. It was something that got going a little bit later in terms of moving oxalate out of the body. And I'll preamble that with saying oxalate does take a long time to leave because it's governed by secretion and it's not happening at a constant process. It's sort of doing these waves of oxalate that leave. And you can have it in places where tissues are either slow to secrete or slow to remodel, like the bones. So, oxalate's kind of an interesting process in terms of mobilizing it out. Now, that said, we do know from the research on genetic hyperoxaluria that oxalate can be present in the eyes. Now, my argument would be once oxalate's in your bloodstream, it doesn't matter whether it came from your diet or it came from the genetic issue where your metabolism is making more of it. It's still in your bloodstream. It can still be trafficked. It can still do the things that oxalate can do. So about 12 years ago, I remember having one eye suddenly become extremely painful, like extremely painful. Like I just wanted to keep it covered all the time. I finally went to urgent care because I was like, I'm not sure what's going on in there. I can't see anything in it. Let's just get it checked out. And I was a little suspicious what was going on, but I thought, go and get it checked out. Doctor checks, dilates the eye, takes the big lens, looks at it, and then says to me, you've got a cut on your cornea. And there had been nothing, like, let's be clear, I had put nothing in my eye. I had felt nothing drop into my eye. That wasn't the scenario. It was, I went to bed one night fine. I woke up in the morning with the eye hurting. And all I could think of was if I moved an oxalate crystal out in the night, and you know how your eyes flutter with REM and stuff? What if I was just moving that thing over the cornea? Anyway, long story short, it healed up. Everything was fine. But I did go through this period, probably about 4 to 6 months or so, where there was grit kind of around my eyes every morning when I woke up. And there is research that talks about the impact of oxalate to the eyes in genetic hyperoxaluria. So I think this is something that can happen regardless of what the source of the oxalate is, your own metabolism or your diet. So that would be my call.